Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the sun's finally came out. We had about 2 inches of rain this morning. It's just been a pretty rainy week. I hadn't got a whole lot done. Last Sunday I started on these doors. And I got one of them halfway polished up. I got to come back and hit right up in this area. I didn't realize before I went to stick my door handle on that I'd missed well, I hadn't really missed it, I just hadn't got it good enough. I don't know if y'all can kind of see that. Well, I got ready to put my door handles on. I noticed my latch was missing a clip on it that the door handle rod sticks in. So I had to order some clips, and on the latch is this area right here. This is the new clip right here. So that came in during the week. The other latch already, it still had the old clip on it, and it's in good shape. So we're just gonna leave it. So I've been kind of wanting to get these doors done. I hadn't even started on this one yet. Then I got thinking, after I got this door polished up and fixing to put my latches on, that I've got to, I need to go ahead and spray bed liner on these sill plates. That means I'm gonna have to mask off the door right there. All that gray needs masking off, and then I'm gonna spray it all the way up to the top of the gray here, and then almost to the bottom of the hinge here. So I went ahead and mounted these hinges, but I'm gonna end up having to take the hinges, that bottom hinge, back off to do the bed liner on the sill plate. So it's kind of been one of them weeks. You take one step forward and 2 steps back. Every time I want to try to get something done, I got to do something else, or I got to order parts or something. And it's just been that kind of week. Plus the rain kind of put a damper on things too. You can see we got flooded in here this morning. I come in, there's water standing all up in this area, but it comes in on this block right here. Comes in, and I shot some video throughout the week. I just never liked really how it was going, because every time I get started with something I couldn't finish it, so I never posted any videos. So I'm gonna just make a generalized update video, see what all I got done this week. One thing I got done is I got on here and I added a manual drain for this tank. There was probably 2 gallons of rusty water in the bottom of this tank. You can kind of see the rust right there. It drained for a while. Well, I got that fixed, and I got some parts in. I went by let's see, I got parts in. I got my clutch boot in, but it's the wrong boot. This one's got a 3-hole mount, and the original has got a 2-hole mount, or at least what was in there. I don't know if it's original or not, but it does have, this is the outer boot, or yeah, well, I guess you could call it this the inner boot. This is the one that goes inside the cab. This is the outer boot that sticks out the bottom of the cab, and it's in fairly good shape. It's got one little tear over here. If I can get my fingers around it, right there, one little tear. But if I can find the right inner boot, or however you want to say it, this thing may go on here like this. So this may be considered the inner boot, and this is the outer boot, but it goes on, might go on there like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. I think this is what they call the outer boot. So, but you can see this boot is nowhere near the right boot, and this is supposed to be for this truck. So that is no good to me. So now I've got to find a new one. And I went by Harbor Freight Friday evening, They was having a good sale on these purple spray guns. Everybody was saying, you know, you ought to just buy one of these and spray that primer with. Well, they had them for $10 and I got 4 of them. So this is going to be my primer gun. I'm going to spray primer and I'm going to throw it away because that primer is almost impossible to clean. It is worse to clean than the primer sealer, which is really no problem to clean, but that regular 2-part urethane primer surfacer, I don't know what's in that stuff, but it is pure hell to clean. So got 4 of them. They also had a sale on the little air filters here, spray gun filters, $2. I got 5 of these. I should have went ahead and got all they had, because these things, if you hadn't to find them somewhere like Home Depot, they're about $6-7 a piece. And I ordered me some new pads off Amazon. So, and I did use a new filter with my focus. There you go. With the sandblaster, and I had some sand out in my other shop that had been there for several years, and it sprayed fine until it run out. I realized that this thing goes through 50 pounds of sand like it ain't nobody's business, but I think because I got everything wide open, I probably could throttle that back a little bit, because this sand's about $25 for 50 pounds, so that's 50 cents a pound. So yesterday I woke up and it raining, so I come out here, I cleaned my core sport, and then it cleared off yesterday afternoon. So I got out here and did some sandblasting, and you can see everywhere I sandblast is now surface rust again. But I got some video of that, and I'll show you how that looks. Alright guys, I've been working on getting this core support stripped down. Remove the horns, remove this centerpiece, sits in here like this. I remove the latch, and then I come back and remove all the little nuts up under this trim piece that goes here, and there's a bunch of ants, little, what we call them, piss ants. Basically all I got left is flip this thing over and remove these holders. Try not to tear them. There's 3 here, and this air intake. There's another holder here, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holders here I got to take out. One thing I don't want to paint is this right here. This will have to be masked off real good to keep it. I didn't realize that this still had this charcoal canister. I'm kind of happy to see it, because I'm going to have it, and it appears like it's missing a cap here, right here, and I don't know, I'll have to follow the vacuum diagram and see how this goes back. So this is held in place by a nut. We got to take the charcoal canister out, so we'll have to remove this band, pull the canister up and out, and then remove the bracket. We got a couple of bolts here that's got to come out, and the rest of this stuff, I see this thing here looks like it just twists and turns. That pops out. So just twist in, stick it in and twist it, and holds it in place. We'll be sure to clean that, but not right now. We're more concerned about this other stuff. Now I just got to figure out where all these other little holders are. I don't see the ends of them. And we got a good bit of rust on the bottom of this thing right here. And it's in pretty bad shape. This whole bottom section right here that holds the inner fender on, looks like we're missing a nut or something right here. Well, we got a nut here and a nut here and a nut here, so I don't know what that right there went to. The other side not too bad, but this is the side where the battery's at, so I'm sure over time that battery acid has corroded it. These are grounds, where the grounds go. I can tell because it's got this washer right here. And I left them in there. This one, I don't see the washer that goes to it. I'm sure it's the same deal. This should just lift up and out. It's kind of heavy. And we got two nuts here that we got to take off to get this bracket off. Got some weird looking spider web here. I don't really like the looks of it. And what the hell that is, I don't like it on me. That looks like 1/2 inch. It's little. It is. I'm gonna need a deep well here or not. Bracket off. I don't like it. Kind of spider web there, makes me nervous. Kind of compositeness was used. And we got a couple of washers. I'm just gonna stick back on these bolts with the nuts so I don't lose them. And I guess we'll have to find some parts cap for this thing. The other truck did not have one, and I'm not sure. We may have to go to the junkyard to find a good one. This bracket also get painted. It's getting some rust inside of it. So it was looking pretty good, but I got no place to put it inside because the doors. I was planning on painting it outside. Of course, it rained. Like I said, we got 2 inches of rain this morning. It rained, must have rained all night, but it poured for almost up to lunch today. So I'll have to, I guess I'll just take some sandpaper and go back over that and prime it. But I'm kind of, I want to do that. I want to get some etching primer on there, but I can't tell. Right now the sun's out. I can't tell if it's going to rain again tonight or not, but I may try to do that before I leave. I come down here and cut the grass. It was a little bit damp, but it needed cutting, so got that cut. So, and I also got a, I'll show you my new parts here. Got all my new parts back here in the back. I've got pretty much all the major parts that I'm gonna need to put this truck back together. I got a new battery tray. I got door panels. I think these are Coverlay door panels from LMC. Of course, my dash pad door panels, they look like they're gonna match pretty good. Also, I can't remember, I think it was yesterday afternoon when I did this. Yes, it was yesterday afternoon. I got these kick panels. I already tried to install that one over there. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. I had to respray these with vinyl dye because that one was so faded. Then I got to looking for this one and I couldn't find it. So I took this off the parts truck. As you can see, that vinyl dye does a good job. It was maroon. And I'll show you some video of that. I want to show y'all the pieces that go on the kick panel, passenger side kick panel. So this, I guess, was the natural color of the. It's a little bit scuffed up, but you know, other than just barely faded, it ain't bad. And this covers up the mechanism that opens and closes this door. Now you can see this part that's been exposed to the sun is faded. This is the original color. So I don't think I'm gonna get around to painting these today, but we'll get them stained up and coated with some clear coat where it'll kind of protect the paint, and use the vinyl dye paint spray with this. Alright guys, I got the passenger side kick panel set stained re-dyed. I won't say stained up, and luckily for once that GM color, it matches perfectly, so everything turned out well. I didn't really try to dye too much on the inside, but it you can see it matched really well. Put 2 coats on here and a coat of clear. And then I went to looking for the driver's side, and I know I took it off this truck, but I cannot find it nowhere. So pulled this one out of the parts truck. It's, y'all can tell it's maroon. So we're going to paint this one up to match these. But I wonder how many coats of dye I've got to put on this thing to get it that color. So yeah, I was very impressed with that vinyl dye, and it's actually the same color as the original color on that piece. And I've got some new seat belts. I decided not to go with the old GM seat belts. Got some new ones. Just got to get them mounted. These do not have the ground wire, the wire, this wire that I ran. I don't even know where it's at now. That's supposed to go to it that activates the seat belt warning light. I hadn't found a place on here to plug that up, and the instructions say do not use the same bolt for 2 different mounts. But I believe that's how the factory one's mounted. I think there's a hole right here, and of course you got the hole up here for the shoulder strap, which is this part right here. And then they come with these L brackets, which I'm pretty sure that's what I got to have down here to mount, you know, to go with this and the end of this thing. This part, it's got to mount in one hole right here. So I want to get those mounted, but I want to bring the dually down here and you know, and make sure that that's how those mounted, because I can't remember offhand, and I ain't got around to it. But ain't no need to mount them till I get this sill plate painted and all that stuff. I got my speedometer cable ran through the firewall, and I got the brake release handle mounted. I wished I'd went ahead and got a new one. This one's really faded. So I'm waiting on my clutch rod to put the steering column in. I still got to work on the steering column. I'm going to have to just use an automatic steering column for now. It's just cost prohibitive to buy a used manual steering column. Apparently they're pretty rare, and they ask a lot of them. So I had to take my vent back out to get to the bolt for this, so I can't put my wiring back in. You can see, got the wiring hung out until I get this mounted where it needs to be. And I can't put these on until I run the wiring for the doors. So the doors have to be mounted because it's coming through there. Kind of goes behind this piece and runs over. So that's why I didn't finish that one. When I realized that when I stuck it up there that I've got to get the door wire and run. So the doors have to be mounted. There's always one thing leads to another. And it's kind of just got me right now going around in circles. I need this stuff out to paint my fenders. I could paint that core support outside, but the fenders and the hood needs to be painted in the paint booth. So the doors have to be out so I can recover this truck with plastic. And I need my core support done so I can go ahead and get everything on the engine that needs to be on the engine before I set the fenders in place, because I hate leaning over those fenders. So this week I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. It's supposed to be nice this week too. It's gonna be a little cooler, a little less humid. It was muggy today, so I'm hoping we can get some stuff done on this truck. I've also got to work on the lot fence out here because we're getting ready in about a month. Well, not even a month. Probably about maybe 3 or 4 weeks to putting up all our calves and weaning them. So we need this lot calf proofed, and it's in pretty rough shape on 2 sides. The side going on here and across yonder on the back end. It's pretty bad. So until then, guys, thanks for watching this update video. It's probably going to be a long one since I've added these other videos to it, but if you stayed this far, I appreciate you watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you can.